morning. Well, my name is Matthew White. I'm from Director of Tire Service from the Tire Industry Association. And my job is very simple. I save lives. That's what we do. This morning I want to speak about is how we save lives and our commitment by TIA in Central and South America to bring training to do our objectives, and that's to save lives. And you'll hear that very much coming out of our mouths, because as we changed our logo, tire safety starts here. What I want to talk about first is about who we are. And who we are, we're a nonprofit trade association. We're out of Bowie, Maryland. We're in Washington. My boss this morning is Dr. Roy Littlefield. He's here also this morning. Roy's commitment for over 20 plus years is unbelievable throughout the industry, and what we're here to do is to also bring it to other countries internationally. Our tagline, "Safety Starts Here," is what we changed because if you look at all our training, it's all about the technician. My goal is to have every technician trained internationally to protect them from any fatalities or any kind of loss of limbs, anything like that. If you see what we see, you'll understand why training is so important. A trained technician is a safe technician. That's the model that I always use. We've been in since 1997. My other boss, Kevin Rollings, developed these programs, and we've taken them around the world. As you see, more than 88,000 technicians. Okay? We raise the bar. That's what we do, is we raise the bar. And people can see the difference in their technicians through safety, attitude, appearances, how they conduct themselves, how their trucks work. It's unbelievable as I travel throughout the world, through Mongolia, Canada, Colombia, Panama, is how much different the technicians act after they've been trained. I'm going to show you a short couple things on our technicians training and what we offer, and you can see why they're so effective in the industry. As we said, they must demonstrate. It's hands-on. It's not just sitting there by somebody and reading a book. As I always tell them, I am the book. If you take a look at a lot of the videos, myself or Kevin or the other trainers are in it. I've been in the tire industry for 32 years and started training farm ag tires and started working on farm tires when I was 13 years old. And I've been able to change the largest tire in the world. So they are getting somebody with that experience. They are getting somebody with OSHA experience. They're getting somebody with tire experience that actually knows it. Has worked in there, and I have owned my own garage. So I know what it's like for them to be out there. So that's the kind of trainers that we have. They have to demonstrate in the classroom, reading charts, reading rules and regulations, but also our hands-on is second to none. We don't just grab a tire, we actually bring that piece of equipment in. I'm currently doing farm classes. We actually get the most hardest piece of equipment we can get, not the easiest, because that's what they get in the field. Our focus is on training and education. Our idea is to come to them. Sometimes it's hard to get them to come to us. So therefore, our commitment in Central and South America will be trying to set up classes here. And I'm here this morning to ask anybody for your help, because that's our goal. That's our goal, is to bring the training here. As we go out through and show the different kind of programs and how we've done it, we've invested a substantial amount of money, but we've invested a substantial amount of time. Time into the students, time into the programs to do the best. And if you see, we keep going back to tire safety starts here because we are the leaders in training. And we are the leaders in safety. It's why they're adapted by most of the tire industry association members have used our training throughout internationally and throughout Canada and the United States. We have different kinds of levels, the basic and the certified. The certified programs, what a lot of people are looking for in the automotive and the commercial, and I'm here this morning to introduce in 2015, we will also be offering the certified program in earth moving, which is huge. That's one of the biggest things throughout from all the major miners and stuff, that we will have the certified program in the earth mover, a detailed exam, a detailed hands-on, where they will be able to go out and train the basic. And that's been what needed in our industry. We're working on one of the most dangerous jobs in the mining industry with the largest equipment, and therefore that is another one that we are going to add in 2015. Another one we're also adding in 2015 will be the industrial program. Industrial programs are a huge need for press-on tires, small industrial. So that'll also be added to our programs. And as you can see, when the need is there, we bring it. We bring that to the table. And in order to complete the level of training, they pass the test and then they do the hands-on. And there's several different ways. I will be at my booth for the rest of the 2 days. And anybody can come over, and I have all the training stuff where I can explain to you of what we offer. We use the instructor, which I'm not only a speaker today, I am the instructor. Got multi-jobs. But like I said, I think it's a lot better for you to actually meet the person that is doing the hands-on. Because you want to see what kind of person that is. If you're turning your technicians over. As I go to the technicians, it's all positive training, because a positive trained technician is a happy technician. He always is. And that's what you want to build inside your trucks. And now we have released online university, which is currently just in the United States and Canada, but that is growing and growing as we speak. Okay? So there again, I stress our commitment to training is proof. We have the proof of over the 88,000, and I think it's growing every day, of how many technicians that we have trained. And what I want to do is offer that training here. That's my goal. I was told once, I went to Mongolia, and they said, you'll never get a trained technician. Now we have it translated in Mongolian. I'm getting Facebook hits from Mongolia. I'm getting texts from the technicians, and we can do that here. Because once you see how it's done, you will see the value. And we do offer the automotive tire, the commercial, earth mover, and newly introduced this year, the farm tire service, which is right off the hook. Matter of fact, I get back and I'm doing another class. And Kevin Rollings, who was our Senior Vice President of Training, is now in the works of building the industrial. And we will be offering that next year, training. So as you can see, we keep a very busy schedule. And this is the breakdown of how we do it. Just a short couple slides I wanted to show. As you know, throughout the world, they've introduced tire pressure monitor systems. I've had experience with them since the early 90s. We brought that out, introducing a tire pressure monitor chart that nobody has. It's been one of the #1 sellers in the world. Okay. We have our own procedures for keeping the wheels on, such as wrist, remove foreign debris, inspect components, snug, start pattern, and torque. We have logic to our training. Therefore, it works. All the different, we show them what happens when they stand in trajectory. One of our #1 reasons that there's fatalities in our industry is because of standing in the trajectory of a tire. I've made it my mission for all technicians to use a remote control device or stand on the trajectory. Yet we still haven't. That's why I need your commitment to help in this. If you see, how many, I always start out my classes, Who saw somebody stand in front of a tire last when they were blowing up? And everybody puts their hand up. Okay? That right there is percentage of why deaths happen in our industry. They should always be standing on the trajectory. But the same old thing. Well, that's the way I was taught. What we're trying to do is change the way they were taught. Change it to be safe. Okay? By using remote control air devices, standing on a trajectory, proper techniques on inspecting tires. Okay? We do a hands-on environment using the equipment. It's just not, this is what you do, it's why you're doing it. If you explain why they're doing it, then they will understand why they're doing it safely. So we do break it down about charts of how tires are supposed to be actually put on the vehicle. Not only to put the right one on, but is the right one on the vehicle when it comes in? Is the right one on the piece of equipment? So we showed them how to read charts. In our commercial industry, one of the #1 killers is zipper injuries. Zipper ruptures are one of the #1, yet they still happen. I asked them, what's a restraining device? They don't have one. What's a remote control air device? They don't have one. This brings up a lot of things for them. Tire fires are real, as you can see. And we show the videos. We get paid to blow up dummies. It's a good job. Okay, but it shows them. We're not using live people. We're showing them what happens with the force of a tire. A tire and a rim combination is a pressure vessel. The valve is containment. When you put them together, you have a bomb. That's what they need to know. The thing with a bomb is you don't know when it's going to blow. So therefore, explaining about the tire, explaining how to keep the wheel on, explaining what torque is. The torque is just a setting, but clamping force holds the wheel on. If I confused you, just imagine what our technicians in the field are doing. So that's why we break down the whys. We do the hands-on. This is Mongolia at 2 o'clock in the morning. No matter what shift, I was there. It was 40 below out. But they have to work in that, so don't we. So we stress that we work in their environment because that's what they have to do too. It doesn't do me any good to throw them inside 80 degrees when they're going to be working out in 20 below. Because equipment, tires, and all the accessories that they use act differently in the cold or the heat. So therefore, that's how we live train. We show in our earth mover program, reading of the tire, all the different equipment. I work with all the equipment manufacturers. They are all sponsors of any of our tours or classes. We come to the technician. We bring the equipment. We show them the equipment that's out there. We go to some places and they're using a pickaxe, and we show them a different way to do it. We're not there to sell them anything. We're there to save their lives. They see the equipment, and then it's up to them to purchase it. As our new certified earth mover program comes out, we will be showing them the 1-piece, 3-piece, and a 5-piece wheel. They must demonstrate that they can do them. If you send somebody to me, I'm going to make sure that when they come back, that they are qualified to do their job. That's what this is about. They are running the equipment. If I just show them pictures, it doesn't do you any good. But if they actually get their hands on of how to clean, how to inspect, how to use the little tricks to keep themselves safe, we've completed our mission. Whether it's 20 below, working in the snow, we're there showing them how to do it. The dangers are real. The environments are tough. Therefore, the training must be tough. That's why they must demonstrate in front of me how to do it. And if they don't, I show them. And if they don't, I show them again. And if it's past 5 o'clock, they stay till 6. And if they haven't gotten it, they stay till 7. And that's the way it is. Because I need to make sure that they can do this. That's our commitment to train. Our newly released farm. I was just in Canada. We lifted one of the largest combines in the world. And nobody's really even changed the tire on it, including myself. So I went over there and I did it that night just to make sure and went back. And most of them that changed that tire would either ruin that tire or would have put themselves in harm's way. We're talking equipment that's 80, 90, 100 ton plus. Just putting a jack and without a jack stand is a death sentence. It is a death sentence. So the importance of lifting. You know, recently did a survey and a lot of injuries in our field. 65% are related to lifting. So we concentrate on it. We concentrate on it. We're building a new lifting program in our commercial. That's our dedication to training. The hands-on is the best way. How does this equipment work? As you can see, I'm up there showing that is the breakdown of how to use their equipment. Because a lot of them have their equipment, but they're not using it correctly. They're using it incorrectly. And when you're using a $500,000 truck, you really need to know how to use it correctly. And always, technician with a smile. That's one of my favorite pictures. It's one of the first tires he changed, and he changed it by himself. That makes an instructor like myself very pleased to see that. Because now I have a happy technician, I have a safe technician, and he's going to go back, and it's called match chain reaction. I've used this throughout my training for going on over 10 years. It said, if we train correctly, then it is passed down. If it's trained incorrectly, it's passed down. If the language is incorrectly, it is passed down. That's match chain reaction. So we developed a good chain reaction. And as he goes back, he brings this to his workplace, and therefore it goes throughout the industry. Now we've had it translated into Spanish. We have the commercial certified program and the earth movement. And when we do our certified, I am going to ask Kevin if we can have that done into Spanish. And there's also talks of doing the automotive. As tire pressure monitor systems come into Central and South America, we must keep up our commitment into the Spanish cultures and make sure that they understand of how those systems work. We do that by the mistakes that we have made over the years up there in the United States, and therefore we can bring it correctly here. As every commitment, we try to redo our programs every 5 years. Okay? And if something changes drastically, then we will change that and send it out to our instructors. Okay? I just want to take this time to really thank you very much for the time that I've had. Training is, as you can see, I'm very passionate about training. When I go to a lot of places, I hear the customer satisfaction, the owner satisfaction, the mind satisfaction, what all counts. But I want to leave you with one thought. If we have a properly trained technician, if we put our time and our efforts into them, everybody benefits. Everyone benefits. The customer won't have the vibration issues. They won't have the wheels coming off. The companies won't be paying high insurance premiums. They won't be paying out losses. There'll be no loss of life, which is our #1 concern. And everybody in the industry, from the tool manufacturers to the machine manufacturers, their equipment's not damaged. Everybody benefits from a proper trained technician. As I explained, I'll be in my booth. It's at Emson 34 for the rest of the day. So if anybody's got any questions on any of the equipment or any of the stuff that we sell out there for teaching, just at any time. And plus, if Chris, real tough name to do, Hugaboom. Okay, she is our training director, and any contact on any of the information I provided up there, you can give her. Thank you very much.